In this video, I will show you how to assign one of your online exams to the Respondus monitor and the browser. So to do that, from the main page through the portal, go to the Blackboard, to the Learn line, and then type the unit or the subject code and select your unit, and then from the left hand navigation bar select the assessment area, and you would see here in the assessment area your test. So this is the test I want to assign to the Respondus browser. So to do that, I need to now come here, and then from the unit tools, so I collapse it and I open it. I'll find the Respondus lockdown browser, and if you don't have it on your LearnLine system, you need to get that installed. And when you click on that, you will get this screen. That's if you want to watch the introduction video, but I go to the next screen. When I go to the next screen, it gives me the test that I have already, and the one that I want to install is this one here, the practice test. So I go to the settings, and when I go to the setting, it says I require the Respondus lockdown browser for this exam. At the moment it doesn't, so I say yes, and I can offer a password for the exam, so that I give it to students before the exam, so they require the password to access the exam. I can do that, but I will not do it here. And then that's the lockdown browser. So the lockdown browser will lock everything else before accessing the exam, but it will not show who is taking the test. So if it is a proctored environment, it is okay. But if it is a non-proctored environment, then you want to see who it is, and so you would want the Respondus monitor, and so that there's a camera. So on that camera, it says startup sequence, webcam check, and preview additional instructions, guidance, and tips, and the student photo. And we'll ask for a student photo, and ask to show the ID, and also ask for an environment check. That means student has to show the computer turning it around, or the laptop turn it around and show what is around the table and in the room that the test is being taken. And then facial detection checks is also included here, and then facial detection options is prevent students from starting the exam if face cannot be detected during the startup sequence. So it will match the identification of for example, the student identity card with the student face, or any other driver's license and so forth. Additional identification you can ask, and notify, and the second is notify students during the exam if face cannot be detected, so that the student knows why the exam cannot be taken. So I say save and close. Now what it will do is it will now show me that the exam it's now show that to take this exam, that one has to have the lockdown browser, Respondus browser, and then it can be taken only through the Respondus browser. You cannot take it through Google or any other browser, and also you need a monitor. That means webcam. There should be inbuilt camera or additional camera. So if I now go, because I have now asked that it's required, I will go to the assessment area, and if I click here on my test, here now it will say to me that I need a webcam and a Respondus browser, to lockdown browser to access it. So if I click here, now because I don't have any, now it says the assessment requires you to use Respondus lockdown browser, start the Respondus lockdown browser, and navigate back to the assessment to continue. So it will not allow me to use any other browser to access the exam. So when I use the Respondus browser, it will lock everything else, all other browsers. So what will be there is the Respondus browser, which becomes active. So the Respondus browser is up here. I have it, so I had to click on that to access the exam. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. I am Professor Indra Bisekara.